in a dominant era in Formula One. Of course, I'm talking about the Mercedes team. It started back in 2014 with the all-conquering W05. Nothing ever stands still in Formula One, so for 2015, Mercedes needed more power, more downforce, greater efficiency, even better balance. And so they came up with the W06, the car that won for the second consecutive year the Constructors' World Championship in Formula One. And believe it or not, here at Silverstone, I'm going to drive the latest and greatest from the Mercedes team. Is that rain? Excellent. I'm so comfortable in here, I feel like I drive a Grand Prix. Really perfect driving position. And I want to go and feel the controls, feel the power, and see what it's like. See if I can even just get a few % of what Nico and Lewis feel out on the racetrack. And this is my 40th F1 car that I've driven, but it's always been decades or a year or two later. To get the chance to drive this car after it's won the Constructors' title and before it wins the Drivers' title for the second consecutive year just seems too good to be true. I can hear the blood pumping through my ears in anticipation.
Radio check, Martin.
And radio check back to you.
So you can go to strut 3.
Here we go, out on track in the car that dominated this year's World Championship. They've had 8 1-2s in this season. The rain is coming down hard. Man, she takes off. It might be wet, but I better stop hitting the rev limiter, otherwise they're going to complain at me. A bit of understeer there. Oh, so confidence inspiring. Even in these conditions, I can't believe it. It's like saying, come on Martin, get on with it. I've got to push, otherwise I'm not going to keep these tyre temperature up. First flying lap. Rear tyres are losing temperature. What acceleration! That is unbelievable. It's like I've jumped off the side of a cliff. The brakes are working quite well, even though they're very cold. I immediately feel the car wants to work with me rather than fight me too much. So we can find some grip around the outside of Luffield. Tricky little back end trying to get away through there. Oh man, this is the biggest challenge I've ever had.
Tire temperature is much better.
Wish I could say the same about the track. But they need this car for testing tomorrow. It's the very latest chassis, it's the latest engine, and here I am splashing around cops. I can feel the heat in the seat that Lewis is always talking about. Strap one.
Box.
Okay, pit lane limiter on. Well, that was a privilege. And if I can jump in this car at 56 years old and make it work in these conditions, it does tell you a lot about how together this car is. And in all of the conditions the drivers face through the air, the safety cars, the virtual safety cars, wet, dry, all sorts of things that they have to put up with, the quali laps. You need a car like this that wants to work with you.
Thank you, Martin. I hope you enjoyed it.
It was awesome. Wouldn't be getting out in a hurry, would I? I wouldn't be making the 5-second rule.